Hello, my name is Hilla Ben-Pazi, and I'm a pediatric neurologist and a founder of a telemedicine company. You know, since I was a child, I knew I would be a doctor, but I never, ever even imagined that I'm going to be a businesswoman or a telehealth manager. It happened really when I saw the unmet needs of my patients and the underutilization of digital health by the conventional system. I remember my first case. This was a child who lived very, very far away from the hospital and had to come in for a follow-up visit. I told Mom, there's no way you are going to travel 8 hours in a wheelchair just for a 15-minute follow-up. This was about a decade ago, and I suggested Skype. The mom was skeptical, but that day I saved the family hours of travel, but I embarked on my own journey with telemedicine. Now, at first I thought that telemedicine is all about the distance. And when I had a child coming in to clinic, when he lived just across the street, but he came in with Mom and his older brother, I realized that telemedicine is not all about distance. It's about the burden of the family, because that brother that day had to lose another day of work just to carry his brother into clinic. And today, when we can buy tomatoes on the internet, obviously that child could have been examined in his home by teleconferencing. People today use internet in a very casual manner. I remember a father walking into my telemedicine clinic, and he found on the table a tablet instead of a real doctor. Now, he walked away because he thought someone is pulling a stunt. And I called back and I said, well, wait a second, your wife forgot to tell you this is not a usual clinic. He said, well, you know, I'm not tech savvy, but I'll go with it anyway. So we did the clinic, and he was amazed by how efficient this was. I wasn't amazed because the literature tells us that telemedicine is actually even more effective in compliance and adherence in many cases. And we know by fact that it is gradually replacing the conventional care, especially when there is a need. But what is the need? What is the real need? So I think today the real need is with rare disorders. I'm a specialist in a very unique movement disorder. One day, I got an email from a father abroad that requested me to see his child. I told him I can't because my insurance didn't cover that country. He said, please, I promise not to see you. So my insurance agent said, go ahead. So we did. And that day, I really realized that their need is great for children with rare disorders. Because if you have a child with a rare disorder, and a rare disorder or an orphan disease is really about a disease that occurs less than 1 in 2,000 people. So this is really rare. The chance that you'll have the world specialist living next door, is practically zero. So what do? The specialist doesn't live next door. He probably doesn't reside in the same country. Maybe he lives in a different continent. And usually the subspecialists are located in institutions, in academic institutions, and they don't have the facilities to see children from abroad. They don't have the resources and they don't have the time to develop these clinics, although they do have the interests. So this is the reason I thought that today, with Airbnb, Uber, and eBay, these platforms that know how to connect directly people that need and people that provide services, we can use the same platform in telemedicine. So we can connect the child with a rare, unique disorder with a specialist living abroad and providing the best care available. Doctors used to go from house to house and had a direct relationship with their patients. They would walk and go into that child's home, see the need, meet the family, and then go elsewhere. This wasn't very efficient. That's why the outpatient clinics were performed. And the outpatient clinics are very institutional today. But maybe today, with telemedicine, we can go back in time and return to the place where the doctor can enter the child's home and provide personal care. I think this model may also bring a lot of trust into global healthcare and provide a beautiful opportunity for children with rare disorders. Thank you.